Hello, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live. We'll get started here shortly. Thanks, Mike. Can you hear me okay, I hope? Okay, we'll go ahead and get started here. I see we've got some people already logged in. There'll be more that probably show up here shortly. Um, First, the safety announcement, of course. Make sure that if you're driving, you get your headset on, or just shut this off for now until you're able to get parked. And of course, we'll have this posted as soon as we're done with the go live. Hopefully, everybody can hear me okay. Um, if you can, give me a thumbs up just so I know that everything is working all right. Okay, yep, I see it. All right, well, thanks. Welcome to Facebook Live. I haven't been on here for a while, so hopefully I don't forget to do anything. So um, my main topic today was going to be in regards to the DITS macros. However, we have something else that came up late last night, and then of course is trickling into today, and that is the Mobilecom messaging. So I'm going to start off with that first. As a lot of you have already probably heard or aware, um, Omnitrax is currently experiencing a pretty big outage, and right now it's affecting everybody nationwide. It's not just us; it's everybody from coast to coast. Um, they have reported that they're still experiencing a very big backlog to include hours of service. And that is why you're only getting parts, if any, of the Qualcomm messages from your driver managers. And that's also why we're only receiving parts of your messages that you guys are sending us. I've got the Mobilecom pulled up right now, and as I'm watching it, most of the time we send and receive messages within a minute. However, now it's very backlogged. So, having said that, yesterday to include today, maybe the weekend, we'll definitely keep you posted as soon as we hear more from Omnitrax. Over communicate. If you're getting to a shipper, a consignee, a drop site, a drop yard to drop off or pick up a load, call your driver manager or call into dispatch right away and let them know what you're doing. Still send the Mobilecom message. We still want you to send it because, like I said before, we are receiving some of your messages. But just to make sure that we are getting your message, or if anything happens, we want to make sure we get you taken care of right away. So pick up the phone, call into your driver manager, and just give us a heads up and let us know that you got to the shipper or the consignee in your times, or whatever it might be that whatever action is that you're trying to do. We do know that some of your Mobilecoms might not be working right now as well. You might be seeing a flashing light on the corner for no signal. That's very possible. Again, once we know more, we'll try to get it out to you guys as soon as we know more. But we're working with Omnitrax as much as we can do. Right now, it's in their hands to get the backlog taken care of and to get everything up and running. You might also be, like I said, hours of service might be an issue. So just if you're not able to log, of course, go to paper logs as soon as possible. Contact Leah for more details, or the log department, and they'll help you out as much as they can until this gets resolved. So so that's really it for the Mobilecom section of that. You can ask questions, but again, right now it's all on Omnitracs to get this backlog taken care of and getting us back up and running. So that's topic one. Topic two is in regards to the DITS messages. So for the past couple weeks and months, we get phone calls from the SDC saying that we lost signal with the truck, so you're on a 2-hour check call, or the driver forgot to send in the proper loaded call message, forgot the bill of lading, or forgot to include DCS, or again, a slew of things as to why they might be calling us. And some are legit. Some are just, you're in a bad area, or there's something wrong with the trailer or tractor, whatever it might be, and you get put on 2-hour check calls. For those of you that don't know what that is, it basically just says something's wrong, it needs to get fixed, but for now, every 2 hours, call in to DITS and let them know where you're at. Basically a status update. That's really all that is. But the ones that we're trying to avoid are the phone calls when you're sending messages in. I'll give you a good example. You show up at a truck stop to get fuel. You're going to take a 2-hour break, whatever it might be. You send your DITS U message in. You put in the proper information, and you go do your stuff. You go get your fuel. You go take a shower. Go get something to eat, whatever it might be. But the 2 hours is come and gone, and now it's 3 hours, or now it's 4 hours, and DITS has not received anything from you saying that you're still going to take longer than the normal 2 hours. Or you are done at 2 hours, but then you leave, but you forgot to send your D message letting the SDC know that you've left that location. Those are the types of messages that we're trying our best to avoid. So basically what I have in front of me, and it's something that you guys can also get from your driver manager if you haven't already, is the latest and greatest update. Now, you may have already received this. This isn't old by any means. I think that was updated probably within the last 30 to 60 days. So you may already have it in your hands. I'm not sure. But if you don't, contact your DM. Let them know. That way they can email it to you as soon as possible. When we get the driver app up and rolling, it'll be available to you right from your cell phone as well. But I just want to highlight a few of the messages that we still get phone calls about. And the first one is the loaded call message, the DITS L message. And I'm going to just read this verbatim right straight from my spreadsheet here, or from the sheet that they provided to us. Your DITS loaded call message must include your bill of lading, your trailer number, the letters DCS if your trailer or your load requires DCS services, the origin facility name, city and state, and the destination facility name, city and state. So I won't go over really any examples on that, but that seems pretty self-explanatory, and I want to highlight the DCS part, because we do have automation in place on the Macro 3 that will turn on your DCS if we know that it's DCS ahead of time, which we should get that information, but things happen. And when you send your Macro 3 in, it should automatically turn on your trailer tracking as well. Having said that, I know that operations is having you guys also send in the Macro 30. The Macro 30 is the turning on of the DCS for the trailer tracking. So after you send your DITS loaded call, send in the Macro 30 as well. It's basically a safety catch to say, hey, I want to make sure my trailer is turned on like it's supposed to be. All right. Now, this is also making the assumption that you've already checked our load information that we sent you, that the load information does say DCS. And you've compared that with your bill of ladings as well to show that the bill of lading does say this load does require DCS. If there's any discrepancies, whether it's DCS in one location and it doesn't show DCS on the other or vice versa, simply pick up the phone, give us a call, and let us know. Because we want to make sure we're right before you head out of the shipper. We'll call the shipper, we'll get the details, and we'll get it fixed whatever method that requires. That requires that word. That makes sense. So that's a DITS load a call message. The depart message, real simple, just says you're going to include the location where you're departing from. All right, so that's really it. So you're departing from McAlester, Oklahoma, for instance. Real simple. The next one is the U message. This one is something that you guys probably use almost on every single DITS load that you haul. Probably because you have to take a stop somewhere to get fuel or whatever it might be. So on here, let's see. Here it is. So U message. This, it says, send to explain the unusual delay that occurs during shipment transit and to provide DITS with other information not covered by one of the other messages. So whether you're stopped for severe weather, traffic accidents, breakdowns, fuel, whenever you stop the truck, basically, is why they want to see a U message. Now, traffic, again, you need to be at a dead stop. It's not like you're only backed up for a few minutes and then you're going to get going again. That's not what they're referring to. They're referring to you're shut down. You're not able to move. There's an accident ahead, whatever it might be, and you're going to be delayed for an extended period of time. That's what they're referring to when it comes to some sort of traffic-related incidents. Okay. On there, you need to include where you're at. So, for example, I'm on I-44 exit 2. Okay, that would be a valid location. Petro, Flying J, Loves, whatever it might be, you can put the truck stop in there as well of where you're stopping. Also, to include the city and state. So in this case, my example is Joplin, Missouri. And then why you're stopping. Could be a break, could be fuel, could be food, whatever it might be. And then how long you're stopped for. So that's a quick example of a U message. Now, again, PSS and non-PSS loads matter, right? So for PSS loads, you guys can only stop for a maximum of 2 hours at any given point. On a non-PSS load, it's up to 4 hours. So just keep that in mind as you're typing in your message, what type of load you're under. Now, again, like I mentioned at the beginning of this, you're getting ready to leave, your 2 hours is up, or your 4 hours is up, or again, whatever timeline that you set for yourselves, and you're going to send a D message. Just go back in there and say that you're departing from, again, wherever it is you're at, Joplin, Missouri, or Petro, Joplin, Missouri, or again, whatever location that you were at. Those are the ones that we're getting called on the most. Again, there's other DITS messages on here. I'm not going to go through them all. There's like another 7, but we're not really getting phone calls on those. I want to make sure that I highlight the ones that are deemed the problem childs, if you want to call them that. The L, the D, and the U. If you don't have this in front of you, this cheat sheet in front of you, and you need it, again, send a Qualcomm message. That's the norm. I know we're having problems right now. Pick up the phone, ask your driver manager to get a copy over to you so that way you have it in your hand. And if at any time you have any questions, just simply pick up the phone. Again, people get busy, especially right now with the Mobilecom having issues. My phone's always available. Just pick up the phone, and anybody in the office can help you out, and we'll make sure that we guide you in the right direction. That way you can send the message the right time, the first time, and there's no issues. Mike, I'm kind of watching the comments here. Does the OmniTrack issue include... I'm sorry, I missed her question. So the navigation on the Qualcomm. Okay, I see what you're talking about. The navigation that's coming off the OmniTracks may be turned off on your device. I'm not sure if it is or is not. I would have to check on that for you. And if it's turned off, then of course it's not going to work. I'll have to also follow up with you and see if we can get it turned on or if that's still an option. So unfortunately, I can't, without looking at your device specifically, I can't really answer that. But I'll follow up with you on that and get back to you on that. And Kate Clark, yeah, you're right. Exact location in your U message. You're 100% right. So just don't put I-44. I-44 is a pretty big highway, right? So again, very, very specific. I-44, exit 2, Loves, Flying J, Petro, again, wherever it is you're at. It's got to be pretty specific, but it doesn't need to be a book either, okay? Do we have any questions? Okay, where can drivers find... So yeah, I mean, we can definitely email us fleet-wide. They can call their driver manager and ask them to email it to them. Until we get the driver app up and rolling, when we have that up, this cheat sheet will be located on that, so you'll be able to just go straight to your cell phone, go to the app, DITS guidelines or whatever it is we call it on there, and you can see the examples on your phone once we get the app up as well. But for now, the easiest solution is just ask for the email. We'll get it to you. I mean, Mike, you probably have a better idea. We'll just email it to the whole fleet, so you just have it in your inbox automatically. So, was there any other questions in regards to the DITS messages at all? I was kind of strolling through here and I don't see much, which hopefully means everybody understands what I was talking about, which is good. Yep. I don't think I see any other questions on here. And Mike, you didn't have anything else as well? Okay. All right. Well, if anything else comes up, like I said, just let me know. Call your driver manager. I can't stress at this point right now, because of the issues with OmniTrax, please pick up the phone, call in, talk to your driver manager, and they're going to be calling you with the pre-plans as well, because again, we don't know if you're receiving the messages or not. So they'll be making a lot of phone calls today. We'll let you know as soon as we know more. Be safe out there. Stay warm. Stay safe. Have a good, happy holidays. Hopefully a happy new year, and hopefully 2021, if I don't talk to you before then, is better than 2020. So thanks again. Talk to you guys later.